Okay guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Loretta. It is finally done. The travel journal is done. Look at that puppy. So, yeah, so I've already tried to film this once and my camera cut out on me. So I'm going to really try to do this fast. Apparently I'm limited to how long my videos can be. So, London is her favorite city, so I put Big Ben on there. I did a collage of things on the back. On the side, I just did a travel themed fabric with some trim. And then the closure is, well, right here I've got, first of all, I've got this little sea captain's spyglass and a passport. So there's a little clasp here. You just pull it like that. I have the ribbon around it because I don't want too much pressure put on this cardboard. This is made out of a Chex Mix. No, but Cheez-It. Made out of a Cheez-It box, and I'm afraid that the cardboard isn't going to hold up. So, yeah. So, anyway. So, this is an image of Prague on the inside cover. So my friend is a world traveler. She's been to every continent except, I think, one. And so I thought this would be a neat little theme for her. She also loves old things and, you know, is a genealogist. So I thought that would be even more fun to do an turn of the century, you know. So I have a little, this journal belongs to here. I did all the stamping, all the dyeing, and staining, and inking, and whatever. I used a ton of images from my private collection, like this guy right here. I thought he looked like a conductor, so I could imagine our traveler, whose keepsake book this is, asked him to pose for that picture. And then I got these ship images off of Etsy. I do not remember who it is, though. I might be able to go back and check. Yeah, so I imagine this is our world traveler here. So I imagine that this is like her keepsake. This book is. So this is just I got a bunch of menus off of old ship things that they printed up. And I got those off of Etsy as well. So the menu goes down on the bottom here, but I cut that off and took this and kind of glued it on there because I thought it was really pretty. Anyway, here's our world traveler. And there's a little journaling spot. And then over here is another ship that I imagine she was on. And this altered paper clip here. And this goes out like this, and there's journaling spots, but then it also goes this way, so there's journaling spots here. Let's see. Oops. So half the fun of this book was finding these images. So here's a tuck spot here. This is an image of people swimming, or bathing, I should say, in the Ganges River. I did some India stamps. This image is from, I think, Thailand or Cambodia, I guess. And then here's a postcard from Dublin with an altered paper clip that I made. Oops, not in frame. So yeah. And some paper. She's not a real girly girl, so I tried not to do too much frills and that kind of thing. Another ship image. I imagine our world traveler that this is her mother. And this is from my private collection. And then this, I made this little fold-out thing. I did the stamping and all that for some journaling spots. And then that's a tuck spot there. Trying to go as fast as I can. Just another little tuck spot with journaling paper. This little envelope that I made. It goes in this little tuck spot here. a glassine bag with that really cool stamp of the medieval city. The image inside is of Leipzig. I think that's how you pronounce it. Maybe it's Leipzig. I imagine that this is her friend that travels with her that gets her into all kinds of trouble, because, you know, we all have to have that friend, right? And then this is, I thought this was really cool. I'm from St. Louis, and so is my friend that's getting this book. So this is the ground plan of the 1904 World's Fair in St. Louis. So I figured she would appreciate that as much as I did. And also, you figure, you know, if you were a world traveler during this time, you know you would go to the World's Fair, right? I mean, you know you're not going to miss that. And that's another image of Prague. Another tuck spot. This is, I think, Bogota. Another ship. Tuck spot. This image is from Cambodia. I don't know if that's the prince or who it was at the time, but anyway, it's a fold out for some journaling. And this is a tag that I made with an image from Rio de Janeiro. Some friends that she met somewhere in France. I mean, look, the woman actually is wearing a mink. And yeah, then this just flips out, and another tuck spot here with some little goodies in it. And these guys drinking and having fun, because you know you would run into people like that. This is an image of, I think, Utah, and then this is from my private collection. I'm pretty sure this is taken at a mission somewhere in the Southwest. And then the U.S.'s largest pipe organ. This is actually a real postcard that I own, but I made a copy of it because I didn't want to get rid of it. And so this folds out. So yeah, I did stamping on that. So I'll try not to do the whole fold out for all of them, but yeah. And then this was this is also from, this is my personal picture of a Highlander. So I made this little folder of the Scottish Highlands, and there's a little journaling spot here. These photos were taken, I got those from a little flip book, like keepsake kind of thing that was taken in the 1920s. And yeah, and then a little flip. And then this is a little flip. This is a map of Bohemia with some journaling paper and one of these menus. And yeah, they're having ox tongue. I don't think I want to go on this ship. I really don't. This says, "Tell your stories, own everything that has happened to you. Don't leave anything out. It's all good stuff." Tuck spot with journaling paper. This I think came from VectoriaDesigns. This little fold out here. One of my images, and yeah, some stamping. That's just journaling spot. This is one of my photos of a bunch of ladies in the car, which I just love. I imagine she took, I don't know, all of her friends somewhere. This flips up. It's also a tuck spot. These are some of the earliest pictures ever taken of Machu Picchu, which I just thought was really cool, because you know a world traveler of this time is going to go to Machu Picchu. You just know that they will. This actually comes off. It's like a corner thing, but I'm not going to take it off because I can never get it back on. This is Istanbul, not Constantinople, and with a little flip up. And this is one of my images. Just a journaling page with a tuck spot. This sheet music, the song is called "Once in Royal David's City." This is the Great Wall of China with that little flip there. This image is a pretty famous image. I think that's from National Geographic or something, but I went with the whole gypsy theme. on this particular page. Because, you know, back then you would have ran into gypsies. And this I love. This sums up our world traveler right here, and it sums up my friend. Wanderlust consumed her, foreign hearts and exotic minds compelled her. She had a gypsy soul and a vibrant hope for the unknown. Guest checked, and then this image, this is mine of these guys walking along the railroad tracks, which I just love. I just think that's really cool. And this is a big envelope, so I did all the stamping and all the stuff on here. There's just some journaling paper in here, and another one of these menus too, which let's see what gross stuff they're eating. Spanish mackerel and ox tongue again. And gooseberry tart. I had a gooseberry one time in my life, and I regretted it like instantly, completely. They were not good. So this is a dictionary page that says Australia, and so I took a bunch of vintage Australia stamps and put on here. And then this flips up, and there's just journaling paper in there. I'm trying to go fast. Some tuck spots there. Journaling paper and an altered paper clip. This is the other part of that envelope, so this folds out. And then this just has, I think that's Versailles, Adventure and Discover. And then this is from one of Shabbydabbydooddah's kits, but I stamped the back of it with this postcard stamp, and then I did the inking and that kind of stuff. This is fabric here with a little doily. And then this is a postcard from Southeast Missouri, believe it or not, which is, I thought, kind of cool to put that in there because I figure that's probably where she's from. So this is an envelope. There's nothing in the envelope. I did all of the artwork on it. But I love doing this where I just glue down this one side, and then I glue along here, and then you get a tuck spot on this side of the page and the envelope on the other side of the page, and I really liked that. It's just journaling. And this is one of my favorite images. This is from my personal collection, and I'm assuming that this is our traveler right there, and she's having a blast on board this ship. Here's another menu. Asparagus soup. Well, that's not too bad. So this flips up. And then belly band with some images. I thought that was pretty cool. I'm sorry if it feels like I'm rushing, but... So this is Egypt. This is a map of Egypt. This is an old image that I found of Egypt. I put an old Egypt stamp on the back. And then here's the Sphinx. And there's like a little journaling spot there. This is probably one of my favorite images in the book. So this is the Alamo. But this is... yeah, that's a guy sitting on the edge of the Grand Canyon. I have no clue how he got his car up there. But, you know, I am imagining that whoever scrapbook this is took this picture, and she's probably standing on the other side screaming at him, "You're an idiot!" This folds out just like that other one did, so I'm not going to fold it. This says, "The ends of the earth, the depths of the sea, the darkness of time, you have chosen all three," by E.M. Forster. I thought it was kind of cool. It's an envelope and a boarding pass. And postcard. I love this paper. Most of the paper in here is scrapbook paper. This is a train. Here's a little tuck spot with another menu. Every time I pull those out, I can never get them back in. Anyway, here's like a map of Australia, an old map, and just some journaling paper that I had tucked inside here. Yeah. An old map of Scotland. So I figure this kind of stuff she can just write on the back. She's been to Scotland several times, so I'm sure she's got plenty of memories. A little tag that I made. That's one of my images. And then that's so cute. So yeah, half the fun of this, love this stamp, half the fun of this book was finding the images to put in here. So here's image of a gypsy woman doing a palm reading on the back of this envelope. So my friend's name starts with an M, so I put that little M there, and then this is South America. I think it's Colombia. And then she went to Canada as well. So here's this little fold out of, and there's a tuck spot here. And her crazy friend who was on the edge of the Grand Canyon was also on the edge of this glacier. And then, you know, she probably ended up marrying him though, because women like adventure. They like the adventurous sort. Venetia, Rome, so Venice and Rome. And so then I made this this collage envelope here, which I really like the way this turned out. And it's got a lot going on in it. I mean, there's like, here's the Colosseum, and there's a ship, and some maps and everything. And then there's another one of these menus in here. Okay, chicken liver saute. I just don't think so. Oatmeal, okay. I could have ate the oatmeal. This is the Great Wall of China. Some journaling paper. A little belly band that I stamped up and inked up and everything. Tuck spot in here. Tuck spot here. Live your life and travel as much as you can. And then this is kind of an iconic picture now. There's this guy sitting on top of, I don't know which pharaoh that is, but on top of his head. Some journaling paper. And this folds out. And then this is the Banff Spring Hotel. Banff, is that ALTA? Is that short for Alberta? I don't know. Anyway, altar paper clip. More journaling paper. This is a little bag here that I did all the collage work on. And then here, these are her friends at the seaside with their baby. This is in my personal collection. This flips up. But there's another little tuck spot in here. Here's some journaling cards and paper. And then this is Our Lady. These are her sisters. And she travels with her sisters quite often. These are from my personal collection as well. Journaling spots. And then this is Mexico City. This is an image of Mexico City with some journaling spots in there. And I'm assuming, like, I don't know, maybe she bought some lace while she was in Mexico, or she ripped her dress or something, so she's keeping it in here. Tuck spot, flip up. And then this is our world traveler. This is her as an older lady. And you guys have seen this. I did a video on this. And this is her when she was young. This is also Mexico City. And some tags. And then this little thing here. And then this last image is of Jerusalem. And I was really excited because I managed to find some scrapbook paper that was like a brick wall. So I, thought, well, that could represent like the Wailing Wall or these walls here. So anyway, yeah, so that's Jerusalem. And then it's done. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's done. So I'm going to keep talking even though my camera might run out because it did it to me once before. But anyway, so the other books that I did this medieval one. There's a video up on this. This is for another friend of mine. And then I did this Jane Austen themed one. And there's a video up on this as well. I have separated out my videos. I did, what do you call it? Playlists. So the junk journals and the crazy quilts are on different playlists. So, but anyway, these are Christmas presents. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to do that. I can't wait to give it to them. I did want to let you guys know one thing. So I love making these journals. I just love decorating the paper and finding the images and so forth and so on. And creating a theme and, whatever. But I am not a huge fan of sewing the signatures into the binding. I am not very good at it. It makes me nervous. It's a very stressful couple of hours. And so I originally had done this as three large signatures. And I struggled and struggled and struggled to get these signatures into the spine. And I did. And the darn thing, okay, you see how it is right now? Well, it was like this. I couldn't even get it shut. So, which I know is my own fault. I shouldn't stuff it so full, but I can't help myself. So, so I literally cut it out. I cut the strings, took it out, and broke them down into 5 signatures without as many pages. I also threw out 4 or 5 pages, just didn't put them back in, that were basically just blank journaling pages. And I'm telling you this because in case you're having the same issue, it made it so much easier to sew the signatures in when they weren't as thick and when they had fewer pages. And then also it helped with it closing. You know, I mean, it actually, I think because it before you have these just 3 here and all these pages going out, and so when you have 5, it distributes, I think, the paper a little bit so that it's not quite as gaping. So anyway, so I really, really, really hope that she likes this. I have this horrible fear that she's just going to kind of look at this and be like, well, why did you make this for me? What am I supposed to do with it? You know? So, anyway, that's it, guys. I'm finally finished with this thing. I mean, I know I took a trip and I got sick, and so there's a lot of reasons why and we had the 2 craft fairs, and so there's a lot of reasons why it took me so long, but it took me almost 2 months to make this thing. So I still have 3 more to make for this group of friends of mine, so I think the next one is going to be nature themed. So anyway, all right, guys. Like and subscribe to my channel, and I appreciate all your kind words, and yeah, bye. I got through this video.